Lucifer was going to go for DTs, but he's going to go for this. Interesting, he's actually gotten his Templar Archives out before getting his Shuttle and Reaver, so he's kind of going for a combined attack here. Maybe he's going to get a couple of Archons to help defend also, or perhaps some Sonic Storm to help defend. Now the third expansion is up for Luxury at the 3 o'clock position. It's definitely in a hidden position, but it will be also difficult for him to defend against Corsair Reaver. It's going to be very tough for him to defend against Corsair Reaver, actually. And more shots of Flash doing the Thinker pose. Flash the Thinker, thinking about how he's going to tear apart Cholerasc in the 4th game, maybe, or thinking about how nice it will be, where he's going to place his OSL trophy in his bedroom. You know, the second OSL trophy and its MSL trophy. He's going to be like, I'm going to need a new shelf to place those 2 new trophies. Wonder where I should put them, you know. And, wow, not a lot of Corsairs moving into Luxury's base. They're going to get chased away by those pair of Spore Colonies. Wow, he really doesn't want to lose his Overlords there, so he's planted all of his Overlords over those Spore Colonies, I believe. And DTs actually are out for Lucifer, so Lucifer going for a really weird build here, I have to say. Going for what seemed like Corsair Reaver, but so far I haven't seen a single Reaver harass yet. I've seen Reavers, but he's also waited to get these DTs. And now he's actually not finishing off this hatchery. Oh, I think what he's going to do is actually wait until it fully morphs, and then he's going to kill it off. I believe that is the plan here. Yeah, he is going to go in for the attack, I think. This has given Luxury a little bit of time, though, to move forward some Hydralisks. He needs to get an Overlord over there, and he does not have Overlord speed, though. So I think he's actually going to lose this new hatchery here. That's going to hurt him greatly. Meanwhile, Lucifer picking up a lot of Overlords there, ignoring the fact that there was all those Spore Colonies and Hydralisks, because he had enough upgraded Corsairs there. And now the hatchery is down, so wow, huge blow for Luxury there. Luxury's Hydralisk impotently going back to his base because he doesn't have that upgrade for his Overlord speed. But he might be going for an attack anyway, although I'm not sure how successful that'd be. Now getting double evolution chambers, triple evolution chambers, he's going to be upgrading everything, it seems. And now the second Nexus is going up for Lucifer. Second base, rather. Second expansion, rather. Speed shuttle is also for Lucifer, so now he's going to transition from the DTs into his Reaver shuttle again. And wow, still more of these DTs are still doing a lot of damage. +1 upgrade is up for Luxury. +1 Carapace, of course. We're going to have to see where the shuttle goes. This first harass will be essential here. And wow, the shuttle actually dropping off DTs behind the neutral building inside of Luxury's base. And if they can get into the base without detection, that's going to be a huge headache for Luxury to deal with. They're just going to pick off so many probes before those slow Overlords can get there. And I'm not sure why Luxury hasn't gotten Overlord speed yet. He needs to get that immediately. Now Lucifer with a large speed zealot force moving towards the southeast here. He's going to try to pick off this new expansion that's going up. And as long as he can use these units to pick off the new expansions, Luxury will die and will lose this game. And now he's going in with the speed lots. Those Hydralisks are no match for those speed lots, especially when they're cornered like this. They're going to be going down right now. Although I think Lucifer could be microing his units a little bit better. Finally the Reavers come and they're going to pick off everything. Yeah, and now going in for another kill on those Overlords. I don't know if that's worth it now, but now he's got DTs in the back of Luxury's base. Wow, huge trouble now for Luxury. Luxury in absolutely huge trouble, but he does have that. Oh wow, good work for him. He does have that Spore Colony and the Sunken Colony inside of his base, so he's going to pick off those DTs. But this DT actually not in range of detection. Now he's in range of detection. He's trying to kill those evolution chamber, but I don't think he's going to get there. So Luxury actually well prepared for a drop inside of his base. Surprisingly, I guess he was basically he wanted to get that Spore and that Sunken up so he could not worry about his main base getting dropped by DTs. That's very clever of him. I think that was definitely a good investment. I wonder why more Zerg players don't do that. Just plant one Spore Colony and one Sunken at each base, and that provides such good protection against DTs. And against pro gamers, you know, they're so good at running their DTs in and out that sometimes even if you have Overlords nearby, they'll just run in and out of the range, and you'll just spend a huge amount of time trying to get rid of 1 or 2 pesky DTs. Just not worth it. Now Lurkers are going up for Luxury, but Luxury once again has lost that lower right base, so he still has not gotten his third expansion up. This is going to be proved to be a big problem for him. DT is going to try to move in here, but he's going to spot the fact that the hatchery is trying to go up again, but this hatchery probably would be a little more secure, but once again, those Reaver drums could prove deadly here against the Hydralisk Lurker army. Although with the Reaver Corsair combo, you have to be very careful with your micro, and you have to be very careful with those shuttles with the Reavers. If you lose them, that could swing the entire course of the game instantly. Just losing one shuttle with 2 Reavers could change the course of the game. They're that important. And he does have an observatory, Lucifer does. Now Luxury is trying to take the entire lower right side area, but really he's putting all of his eggs in one basket there. He needs to hold it, and if Lucifer can do one more snipe of those expansions, I think it's going to be game here, and he's just going to be able to eventually overwhelm Luxury. But Luxury now picking up another expansion, I think, at the 9 o'clock position. Actually, that might just be one unit there. I'm not sure if it's actually an expansion trying to go up. And we're seeing a storm drop possibly here from Lucifer. I think he has Zealots and a couple of High Templar there. Hydras are trying to chase after these Corsairs, but Corsairs just never die. I mean, that's like a rule of Corsairs. Well played Protoss Corsairs never die. They just smell that way. But really, no, they just never die. I mean, they would just fly around, being annoying, scouting, killing off overlords, just being a pain in the ass, and they'll just never get killed. And that is just so annoying as a Zerg player. Now the large Protoss army moving towards the center, and he's got everything he needs now. Corsairs, lots of High Templar with Storm, Zealots, Dragoons, and this is going to be good against the Lurker army here. Observers, of course, also. And I don't know if Luxury has enough to deal with this. Luxury is going to need to have some good tactics here. He's going to need to pull in a flank here. Meanwhile, +1 attack up for Lucifer, and Lucifer now is going to spot these Lurkers and take them out. Wow, Lucifer not coordinating his units very well, though, sending some to the lower right, and actually, he's lost his Zealot cover for his Dragoons. Dragoons are in front, which is not where you want them to be. Storm going off on those Zerglings, though, and picking off a lot of Zerglings, so good work there. But meanwhile, I think he's lost most of his Corsairs to those Spore Colonies. Bad control by Lucifer there. I don't know what he was doing with those units at the lower right, but basically they were just getting killed there for no reason. I think he lost a couple of Corsairs to that Spore Colony just because they were standing there, and that's something you don't want to happen. another Dark Templar. Actually, I think it was the old Dark Templar. He just ran away, and now he's running back. I think he's going to get this Evolution Chamber now, so setting back Luxury a little bit in upgrades. Although Luxury has +2 Carapace, +1 at Spines already. So he's doing quite well in terms of upgrades. I think he's ahead, actually, in terms of upgrades. And, wow, Scourge going in, picking off that shuttle, so now the Reavers are vulnerable. Meanwhile, those Corsairs actually getting killed there by the Hydra. It's huge combat here. Zerglings coming in. Zerg units coming in from every direction here, but I think Lucifer is going to be able to hold here. Great Psionic Storm, and the Reavers are still alive and causing havoc, but more Lurkers coming in from the right here, and Hydra is actually coming in. I think they're going to be able to pick off this Archon as it's warping in also, and wow, really interesting battle here. I think both sides have traded armies, basically, and I'm not sure who's ahead now. There is no food counter here, but I think actually Luxury may have taken the lead there by picking off the entire Protoss army. Protoss army is much harder to rebuild and more costly to rebuild, and more difficult because you have to click through all the different buildings to get them. You need to get those shuttles, you need to get the Reavers again, and those have all been taken out. You need to get those High Templar, and now the Zerg player is up in expansions, and his army count is bigger critically, so it actually gives a little bit of an advantage to Luxury. Although it seems that Lucifer has picked up his 3rd expansion now at the 9 o'clock position. And a bunch of Zerglings going up to front, trying to do some harass, but I don't think they're going to get anywhere. Actually, they're pretty well upgraded. I think